Okay, this is another section of mines that we're looking at. These go back to about 1885, 1890. So they're all along this deep ravine. They're connected by a tramway rail. Way further back would be where the loading tip would have been. So, yeah, you can see that's the direction of the where the mine carts would have come out of. That would have been the opening right there. So there's several more in this area we're going to check out. I said we're just trying to track down as many of these as we can. Okay, so we got that drift mine opening right here. So these are some of the hazards you got to negotiate. It's good to wear boots, man. You just sunk down right there in quicksand. So this one we're going to is an actual slope mine with the actual rail spur line remains supposedly up in here. So you can see all this, man. I'm probably fixing to sink down in this. Let's see. No, it's pretty solid. Good. Kind of animal tracks everywhere. So, all right. See what we can find. Okay, had to come through some of that crap. Followed a deer trail, which was better. So, Mr. Box is over there at the slope mine opening. This is, I think, a manway entrance. Could possibly be an airship, but looks more like a manway entrance. But some hiking in the woods to get out of here, man. Well, that baby looks sealed up. Totally collapsed. Huh. Well, this was a big slope mine, man. Out here in the middle of the woods now, man. Just think all this was cleared out. Had a couple of hundred people out here living and working in this mine. And you look at it now, man. It's just in the wilderness. So. All right. Yeah, this thing's been closed a long time. So, well, maps were accurate. I was able to come right to it. So, we're going to have a look around here for a little bit before we go ahead and conclude this section. Okay, so the slope mine entrance is right back here. Actual rail bed, all this right here is tailings piles. So the actual rail bed straight ahead, and we're just gonna check that out for a little bit. There's a couple of mine openings on this rail bed. Just want to make sure before we leave. So, but anyway, this mine operated into the late 1920s. Long time. So, yeah, I think from about maybe 1885, 1890, all the way up into the 20s, so 30 plus years, probably. So, okay. Okay, we just had to get through all of that thick underbrush. And the slope mine is back through all that stuff. And this is the actual rail bed. This isn't a tramway bed. This is an actual rail bed. There's a spur line. Interesting topography. Huh. I think that's a culvert down there. Okay, you got the rail bed right here. And that is an old terracotta ceramic pipe culvert. Gosh, that is old, man. Still in place. Looks like it still channels the water down there to the creek right there. So, just a forgotten section of railroad up here in the woods. So anyway, we're gonna walk down this way and see if there's any more mine foundations or openings or remains. Wow. I don't know if they had to cut this out. It looks like they did. Make this rail bed. That's pretty impressive. Could be. All right, look around it for a little bit more. Okay, so walking a little bit further, got a subsidence. The mine is actually up underneath even parts of the rail bed, and that's actually, that looks like a mine subsidence right there, and one of the old work entries underneath. So rail bed cuts off through here. So we'll just look around for a few minutes more. Like I said, this mine goes back to about 1885, 1890. It's in operation up to the late 1920s. I mean, this was a huge mine complex. It's just, other than the rail bed remains and of course the slope mine remains, there's no foundation remains, nothing's just been wiped away. I mean, had more, I think 250 people live back here, this mining camp. So anyway, we'll look around for a few more minutes. Okay, so we checked down along the rail bed there. Got the creek that follows, meanders below the rail bed, and we couldn't find anything else. So that's about it. It's just hard to believe that this was once a pretty large mining community back in the day, and there's nothing left. But anyway, it was good to come see it, and we're going to go ahead and conclude this section of our trip.